What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Here we are, Tram Jam TV, back again in American Truck Simulator. We are just getting everything set up. We were overdoing a officials race in iRacing. Get this chat turned on so we can see all your wonderful messages. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you as always for the follows. Make that go away so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Here we are, Sunday Funday. We've got a load of lumber going to Sterling, and if you remember, we came out of the mountains back there behind us, and we are headed to, I believe, quote me on this, but I believe it's New Mexico. Whoa, come on, mouse. Oh, Colorado, the northeastern corner of Colorado. And yeah, so that's where we're headed. We're going to go through a couple of small towns, and so you can see the road is going to be very interesting, very scenic. And what we'll do is, as we continue to drive, once it turns nighttime, we will shut it down. We'll go ahead and take a rest and then fire back up when it's daytime again, so that way we can actually enjoy the scenery for the
okay, here we go.
Here we go indeed. So we can enjoy the scenery of what's going on around us. Raise that gear or axle because we don't need it. Nothing behind us. We just pulled over right here in a way station. We had the bypass, but again, we pulled in here so that we could shut down.
Recomputing, rerouting, finding new. Never mind.
Oh,
okay.
Relax, GPS.
Let's find a new
My
route.
goodness gracious, he's losing his mind. Looks like full-grown bear right there. All right. Like we've got everything situated here for a decent cruise. Weather's nice. I believe my dash is showing 89 degrees, 3:30 in the afternoon, so just a decent ride through the mountains here, some countryside. Like I said, we're avoiding the interstates only so that we can gain these other towns. There's
Stay
garages
right.
in these towns.
Then continue straight.
And I want to capture those garages. I want to purchase them.
Go straight.
So that is the plan. Hope you're enjoying your day, whatever day you happen to view this on. Come on, lag. Load the stuff in already.
Go straight.
Oh my goodness, the brakes. We didn't get a chance to whoa this thing up with that lag like that. The first couple of times when you load in the game, all these mods have to do their thing, and we're using the engine pack sounds and using a modded truck and all that good stuff. You get these spikes until it sorts itself out, and it'll smooth itself out eventually. It's loading itself in all these different scenarios and situations for the first time, and once it gets through it, it smooths out really well. I'm tempted to look into some of the other trucks that are available, whether it be on the Steam Marketplace or pay-to-play mods. We've been running this W900 for a while. We didn't run our Pete all that much. And honestly, the reason is, I mean, I love the Peterbilt.
Go straight.
I love it as a truck. But it's a little behind on updates. And John Rudo, explained that to me, that he came out with these different trucks, and the Kenworth has had the most recent love. Straight. And so the rest will get it. It's just the Kenworth has had the most recent love, and they're going in order. So he'll eventually get the Peterbilt kind of up to snuff. And we're looking forward to that. We're really looking forward to that. I'd love to get back in the 389. That's a truck that I drove for a long time and a lot of miles, and it's a favorite of mine. Flat top Peterbilt. Sharp looking trucks. They're a pain in the neck to put your pants on. I'll tell you that much. They're a pain in the neck to put your pants on. You gotta hunch over hardcore just to put your jeans on, but it is what it is. Stand-ups are much more comfortable, but man, those flat tops look good. Especially if you're pulling a somewhat low-profile trailer. Not like a flatbed per se, but I used to pull a tanker with mine, propane bottle, and it was pretty much straight in line with the roof of the truck. The trailer was just a touch taller, but I mean, it was rounded.
Right.
So it was never an issue for aerodynamics with the trailer at all. And the truck, again, being a flat top, air just go right over the top of the cab. What do you mean, red signal? We're on a transition ramp. What are you talking about? This game, I need to do some updates to this thing, because it needs some work bad. They've been doing patches and they've been doing updates, and honestly, we haven't had as much glitch in this game until this most recent update. It's gotten pretty bad. But we keep our game up to date, we check it regularly, and it just is what it is. I think I need to stay straight here. It's kind of hard to see that GPS up in the top right part of the windshield. Just 1 second here. Needed my mouse to be over there. What is going on with this thing?
Stay left.
I'll pull over real quick, because we're having a couple of issues here real fast. Pull over. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Turn that off, turn that on. saw my signal on. I don't know why these trucks do this. What's going on, Redneck Zombie? How are you, buddy? How was it in your neck of the woods? We are currently taking a load of lumber. The heat. What kind of heat are you talking about up there? I'm interested. I'm curious. Because you're in Nova Scotia? Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia? Trying to remember. I think it was Nova Scotia. What's the temperature? Have to translate that for me because I'm I'm ignorant to the metrics, unfortunately. I think we've had this conversation before. That's one thing that's frustrating about this country. 73, oh, that's beautiful, my man. 73 is beautiful. That's what's interesting about different parts of the world. What some people think is heat is what other people think is just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's very interesting. So can you look up and find out what the humidity is? What is your humidity up there? What's the percentage? I'm curious to know that. Very interesting. People living in different parts of the country and the world experiencing different temperatures that they think are hot or cold. 35%, that is, sir, that is prime choice weather right there. Prime weather. So I'm located in Virginia, and other than today, which today it rained, thankfully, we have had mid to upper 90s Fahrenheit, mid to upper 90s for weeks, plural, with humidity ranging in the 50 to 60% range. I mean, the air is so thick and it's so hot. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get in a wreck. Sorry, car. The truck decided to just put it in park on an off ramp. I think the game does that on purpose. We have it's so thick it's hard to breathe the moment you walk out the door most days. So thankfully we've had a little bit of rain today, which helps bring the temperature down, but on the other side it brings the humidity up, which the humidity with the temperature gives you this feels like temperature. And our feels like temperatures have been ranging over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So basically what they're doing is factoring the air temperature as well as humidity, and they give you a calculation and it gives you a feels like. But 73 degrees to me, buddy, we'd be outside with t-shirt and shorts, sitting in lawn chairs and just living life. Instead right now, you know, people are in the air conditioning, trying to stay out, you know, out of the outside until the sun sets, or you go out early in the morning, you know, you walk your dogs, you do your errands, you do all that before like 10 or 11 in the morning, because between 10 and about 5 or 6 p.m., man, it's unbearable. It sucks. But it's interesting that you say that. And the reason why I say this is I've got some friends that live in Phoenix, Arizona. And that's a desert. That's a very, very, very arid climate for the U.S. And I went down there for a NASCAR race one year in April. And we asked them to have
right.
the pool filled.
It's an exit right.
So that we could swim. And they thought we were nuts.
Exit right.
And we get down there, and it's 85, 90 all week long in April, okay? And I'm swimming in the pool, and they're sitting on the outside of the pool wearing hoodies, sweatpants, and have one of those little, it's like a tabletop fireplace. 85 to 90 something degrees in April, and that's what they were doing. Come on, game. There we go. Because they're used to so much heat in the summer at 125, 135 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what they're used to. And so when you have temperatures like that, so where am I supposed to? Okay, way up here. This is an interesting way station. It's like in the middle of a rest stop. This is really weird. I've never seen anything like this. Normally they keep those separate. It's just funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. You're having a hard time dealing with the heat and it's 73, and folks like myself think that that's just absolutely beautiful. But I can't stand the cold that you're used to dealing with. You know, anything colder than about 40 here sucks. Absolutely sucks. Okay, you're yielding, which is good. Thank you. Fuel's at about half. We'll start looking for some of that here shortly. Make sure we don't blast anybody here. Right, because you're used to that there. And what's cold up there to you, you said? I think you did the calculations for me the other day. I forget what it was. I thought it was going to be colder than that, but either way, it's not anything that I would want to be living comfortably in for any period of time. And now it's really starting to come together for me on why something. See, I used to live in Oklahoma, and something that they had down in Texas, they call them winter Texans. And people would literally drive down from, you know, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Canada, and they would drive down in their RVs and they would camp in Texas. I don't know why my sound is doing that. Celsius. But you said it's 23 Celsius now. Negative 13. See, no, hell no. I'm not doing that. The coldest weather I've ever been in, it was 8 degrees, I believe. I believe it was 8. That was in Nebraska, and hell no, never again. Eight's not far off from 13, but still, or negative 13 rather. Well, I guess technically it's about a 21 degree spread, isn't it? That is significant when you think about it. When you consider 50 degrees versus 70 degrees is cool versus comfortable. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. All in all, though, negative 13. Nah. And you did say college. That's diesel mechanics school. Are you having to leave for college? Are you moving out of the house? Or are you staying put and able to just commute to college every day? Jimmy Seepage, thank you for the follow, sir. Really do appreciate that. Helps the channel a lot. I appreciate that, Jimmy. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate the kind words. The setup was a long process. Years and years of saving money, years and years of racing, iRacing, and doing American Truck Simulator and whatnot, sitting at a desk. Started out controller racing and moved up to a entry level steering wheel and pedal set and all that. And it took a long time to, quote, graduate to something like this. I do appreciate the kind words.
Stay right, and then exit right.
So you gotta move closer because it's almost a 2-hour drive. Okay. So you are moving out on your own, or are you getting a roommate?
Exit right.
Gotcha.
Turn left.
Coming in hot. Perfect. Well, there you go. So that works out, right? Because then you end up splitting the bills with somebody else. Makes it cheaper for you. You're not fully committed to the whole thing on your own. That's perfect. That is perfect. We are way... Okay, never mind. We're not way over speeding. I thought we were there for a minute. Not too bad. Oh, dang. That's super cheap, man.
Get ready
Now,
to turn left.
And is that Canadian? Because if so, that's like super cheap for American. That'd be like what, $350?
Turn left.
$350 US? 400 maybe? It's not too far off, but you guys are a little more of your money to our money. It's not too bad. Yeah, see, that's almost 100.
Get ready to turn right.
Hold on here. So it's a basement. Let me see here. It's a basement apartment.
Turn right.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Couple bedrooms, I take it, or at least a common area. You're moving in there too. I love it. I love it. And he's got 2 people to help him. That's the funny thing. He's got 2 other people helping. So basically they're paying $120 a month. Yeah, even if it's a squat shop, it's worth it. Better turn some lights on here before we get some kind of stupid ticket. I don't know which one of these states we're in that they give you tickets randomly for not having your lights on. Even parking lights or whatever, or parking lights don't even suffice even when the sun's up in one of these states. I forget which one it was, but kept getting tickets for it. 3 bedrooms, shared kitchen, makes sense, living room, and a bathroom. Oh, $460 each person. Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. I was thinking the whole thing.
Stay
I don't know why I would think that, but
turn left.
that's still really cheap.
Turn left.
Really cheap. And for technically your first place, right? Yeah, exactly. He's gonna find out real quick whether or not he loves or hates roommates. Truth be told is there'll be a...
Stay right, and then turn right.
He'll be in school most of the time anyway, at least Monday through Friday for what, probably 6 to 8 hours a day. It's not your typical college, it's more of a trade
Turn
college. So I have to imagine you'll be going there at least 6 to 8 hours a day. And that'll lend itself to some, quote, party weekends and whatnot, because you'll have the ability to, you know, be off. But, I mean, are you or are any of the other people going to be going back home for the weekends? Because, I mean, you said it's a 2-hour drive, so it doesn't make any sense to
Stay
commute
right,
just to go to
then turn
class
right.
every day. But does it make sense to go ahead and just go home for the weekends, or?
Turn right.
Get in there. I have a feeling we're supposed to be trying to find a... Okay, so we gained the town of Logan. That's all we were doing here. We weren't here for a garage. No, we are not here for a garage. We are Vernal. That's the next detour we're going to take, and we are after a garage there. Okay. Okay. So you're pretty much looking forward to just being gone then.
Go straight.
See you, parents. I'm out. I'm going to go stay in my rental. See you at Holiday. But other than that, just doing your thing. So, are they helping you find a job after this school? Do you work at a place and that's part of the training? Like, how does that work? I'm assuming it's some kind of a trade school or vocational school. They're going to teach you what you need to know, and then maybe even provide you some kind of job assistance where they help you locate a job afterwards. Is that right? Okay. And does apprenticeship mean you stay there, or does apprenticeship mean you go to a local manufacturer, a local dealer? Like, what does that mean? Gotcha. Makes sense. What about you, Jimmy? Where are you located, bud? And I will get the... Oh, it did update. Good. I was going to say I'll get that bar at the top updated shortly, but... Texas guy, my man. We're out in Texas. That was very close to my original home. I grew up in Oklahoma.
Stay right, and then turn right.
Trucked a lot through Texas.
Turn right.
Alberta. That's a much bigger area, state, province, whatever you want to call it, right? For Canada, is that right? Central South, so Austin, Waco. Waco's more close to Houston. Right on. Welcome to the stream. How did you find us? Just curious. Not to get all up in everybody's personal lives. Temple. Okay. Yeah. I'm aware. Great schools down that way. Great universities. Yeah, right on. That's sick. Now, is that like very experienced? Is that like, what does that look like? That's a lot of money. Let's not kid ourselves. Whether it's U.S. or it's Canadian, let's not kid ourselves. That's a lot of money. And so, is that right out of the gate, or? Sorry about that fire truck. I think I cut you off a little bit there. Just trying to make sure we got this turn here. This is part of that kind of scenic route that we were talking about taking, because of the highways that we've chosen, so that we can acquire these towns and then purchase some of these garages, so we have a place to come back to, store vehicles, repair, etc. over time. Now that the sun is really starting to set, what we'll probably do is start looking for a rest area so we can nap, and that's only so that we can get back to daytime.
Go straight.
What? $1 million? Wrenching on stuff? That's wild. That's big bucks. I am. Very much so. Very much so. Ain't nothing sweeter than a big long Peter. And I've got a 389. Yeah, I've got a 389. It's in the garage. The sound pack for the inside is kind of, I think, why
Stay left, and then exit
I
left.
have stuck with this one. Yeah, this truck? Yeah.
Exit left.
Okay. We need to look at our brake sensitivity, I think. Well, now here we go again. Oh, wait, we're supposed to turn left there. You know what we'll do? We'll go down here
Finding new route.
and take our nap anyway. Take a quick tour of the outside of the truck. We can go to this truck stop right here.
Go straight.
Looks like truck entrance down here on the right. Let's follow this guy in. Hoping we'll be able to just back up into one of these spots and it'll let us rest. Right there next to that bus looks good. So we got somebody going behind us. Did you literally just park behind us? You did. What are you doing, fire truck? Okay. What are you gonna do? You gonna go through the drive-thru? I guess we are too. Well, here's the truck. It's the John Ruda Kenworth.
Go straight.
Yeah, I know. We're going the wrong way. I appreciate that. Back in the truck so we can see what we're doing. Try to stick it right next to that Peterbilt back there. It's dark, but I think we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. It's tough to see. think we're close to being... Yeah, we let the trailer trail off a little bit. Yeah. 17 years. We're a little off. But you know what? Being in the dark and not being in a real truck, we'll call it good. Why not? All right. Yeah, 17 years of driving local, over the road. So I've hauled, like this end dump right here, I've hauled end dump. That's what I most recently hauled, though, before I retired, is that propane trailer right there. That's what I retired from. It's hauling propane and anhydrous ammonia. Did some LTL work, which is kind of like your FedEx Freight, your Saia, your Southeastern Freight Lines. And did quite a bit of flatbed, like what you see right here, hauling oil pipe throughout Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, a little bit of Texas. The propane took me through Colorado, Wyoming, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, Louisiana. I think that's it. It's pretty much the central region is pretty much what I hauled, where I hauled propane and ammonia. I went to Nebraska as well when I was hauling ammonia. Yeah, that's driving right there, especially if you're running paper logs, which, I mean, we were before when they mandated electronic logs. That's when I quit. That is when I quit. Was a year before it was like federally mandated that you had to have electronic logs. That's when I quit driving. Until then, it was all paper, and so you could do what you needed to do. But those cattle haulers, man, it's super tough. Honestly, what I'm understanding nowadays is that I think I can leave this. You know what? We're here. We need fuel anyway. What I'm understanding now is you need to be an owner-operator with your own authority, and then you can make money. Because there's so much freight that's actually moving. You just can't be hauling it for somebody else. If you're hauling it for somebody else, and what I mean by that is you being a company employee of an organization where it's not your truck, it's not your rules, it's not, you know, your stuff, you know, granted, you don't have any of the expenses at that point. No repairs, no maintenance, no fuel. But the money is definitely in driving your own truck under your own authority, booking your own loads, whether that be dry van, flatbed, something like that. Cattle pot and tanker is tough because you have to have an in with somebody. Because either, A, where are you going to get the cows, or where are you going to get the chemicals? The customers are always just the customers, but you have to have the in on the origin to get the material, period. You just have to, especially if you're going to be an owner-operator. Now, if you're an owner-operator and you're just running for an organization, again, you can make money, but it's still tough. Because, again, the organization still takes part of it. Yeah, that's the thing. If you got the connections, you're okay. But you have to have them. Especially with cattle and tanker, like I said, because it's not like you can just get on Uber Freight and get a load of cows. It doesn't work like that. You can't just get on
Turn left.
C.H. Robinson and, you know, get a tanker load of hot oil or something, taking it somewhere. So you've got to have the connections. Tell you what, once we get back to this next garage in this next town, we'll grab our Peterbilt. It has been a while, and I need
Get ready to exit right.
to see about switching the engine in it, because I have the same engine that's in this truck
Exit
in it,
right.
but I want to put the C15 6NZ in it. So I've got a sound pack for it. The reason I think I've been running this truck so much is there's a sound pack for the interior on this truck, but there's not one yet for the Peterbilt.
Stay left.
It's the John Arruda for both. The Viper hasn't worked in a long time, is my understanding. I've had American Truck Simulator since
Never mind.
2015.
I'll find a new
and
route.
loved the Viper 389. Loved it. But it doesn't work with 1.41, and my understanding is that I think he may be out of it. I don't think he's doing updates for it anymore. So I looked on the Steam Workshop, and it's not there. It's not there. It last update I saw, I think, was like 1.37, 1.36 maybe. Like, it's been a while, I guess, but I loved his Peterbilt. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I'm using 1.41 because I wanted to do convoys with some buddies of mine. So he has updated? Help me out. Has he updated his truck, or have you just updated your game? Okay. Well, maybe he was just trying to wait on the updates before he tried to catch up, because I think 1.40 and 1.41 were very close to each other. And I did notice that he did do that way back in the day. I love his Peterbilt though. Especially being free. It's phenomenal. So much detail to that thing, so many options, so many upgrades. I mean, here's something that not many people pay attention to or notice. The tree in here is moving, the little tree, but the microphone cord is not. And I remember Viper's truck, you could literally just be sitting still and hit the throttle and the cab would roll and the microphone cord would move. Support for ATS 1.40, but there are still bugs. Is the real update? Okay. So it's not 1.41 stable at all if it still has issues with 1.40. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. It's a great truck, though. Okay. I guess I misunderstood what
Stay right, and then exit right.
What he was saying in regards to 1.40. There's still some bugs.
Exit right.
See, exactly, because I have those. Technically, those are on these trucks as well, but these trucks don't have the allowed options that truck did. I mean, for example, I'll show it once I get stopped, because this is a very windy section we're coming into, and I don't want to be moving around on the outside in the mountains, but for example, the lights that go down the sides of the trucks just above the fuel tanks, the lights that you can get on the fuel tanks, you cannot get those in Ruda's trucks. Those are only available on Viper's trucks. I mean, granted, they may be in other trucks, but I'm just talking about as regards to 389. Man, there were so many options. Customizable lights on the air cleaners. So much. So much you could do.
Stay right, and then exit right.
Have you seen any of
right.
Bart's mods? So, John Ruda's truck will be one of the first mods to get added to Convoy. Interestingly enough, I did read that the other day. Okay, we're clear. Yeah, so his truck is getting added into the mods, I believe, very, very soon. Yes. Yes. Check out that cattle pod he has. that and his Great Dane Reefer are amazing. It's crazy how real this game is. What interstate are we on? Are we on? Oh, we're just, okay. We came off of I-40. Yeah. Okay. Or I-80, I mean. Okay. We're on US Route 40. And the reason why I say that, I've been through here so many times and all this looks so familiar, just like real life. Yeah, it's really nice.
Go straight.
I have that and his Great Dane Reefer. They're beautiful. I was actually just messaging him the other day. I'm having a little bit of a problem changing out the nameplate on the porch light. We've got to get in there and edit the files. Yep, that's exactly it. Send him money, and he sends you an email with all the download links. And within those download links will also be a picture, and that picture is the mod order that you place them in. Yeah, it's not bad at all. He's got a website that he's building. Both of them do, actually. Bart and actually Bart you buy on the website. John Ruda's is still technically you're buying it through Facebook. He's a little bit behind on having a established payment system put up. But Bart, yeah, you just buy it right there on his website, and you get a download link and instructions, and you just do it to it. It's really simple. Once you do the first one, you can add others to it very easily. So have you ever decided to try to drive, Jimmy, or does your dad doing all the driving pretty much? Mod list of all the mods that I have installed. I guess I don't technically have a list to share. No, that's something I could easily do, though. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you're not doing anything for a while then. 5 years into a contract? So, did you get a 2 or a 4 and now you've rolled it, or what? I think that's how that works, right? Like, you can do 2 years or you can do 4 years or whatever it is, and then if you want to stay longer, you can. Got 1 left. Okay. So you chose a 6? Ah, right on. So what's the plan after that? Commercial? Private but commercial, you know what I mean? Like flying for a family or something like that. It's actually what my brother-in-law does. He is a jet pilot, like Gulfstream private jets, but he does it for a family. So he's technically commercial, but it's for a private family. Very, very wealthy family, of course. But yeah, that's what my brother-in-law does. Ah, that's sick.
Stay right.
Yeah, no doubt. What up, my man Goose? Thanks for the invite. You're always invited, of course. You just gotta quit working so hard, my dude. Seriously. They're working you to death. Oh, that's right. You were golfing today. 5 over par. Woof. Yeah, definitely don't quit your day job. Yeah, that's what they all say. Sorry about that Jeep Cherokee, but... Oh, yep, there you go. Drive right into the side of our trailer. So, Jimmy, what's the plan after that? You got 1 year left. You continuing, you gonna stay put? Or are you gonna look for something outside of that? Oh, what is this? A little lake? Okay. You'd be freaking just putting it in park in the middle of a U.S. highway there, bud. No, I haven't. Is it on WhatsApp or on Discord? Gotcha. Yeah, it rained a little bit here last night as well. Nothing crazy hard or anything, though.
Go straight.
Yeah, but here's the thing. And your dad will probably tell you this. It's money and it's money now. But once you go down that road, it's hard getting out of it because it's money and it's money now. Yeah, it's a lot of driving. It's a lot of wear and tear on your body. It took me 1.5 years with a chiropractor to fix my back. Because it beats. What are you doing? Jack wagon truckers.
Stay right.
He's in the Army. Train horse. Yeah, well. He's in the Army. Got 1 year left. Sounds like mechanic for helicopters and isn't real sure what to do next. Father drives trucks hauling cattle.
Straight.
Yeah, dude, you have to. You have to. It beats the hell out of your body. You don't eat well. You don't exercise at all. It's just, it's a great life, but it's a very, very hard life at the same time. It sounds like it's the greatest thing ever. And trust me, the sound of the truck, the smell, the feel of the road, the power, it's an amazing thing. The money, it just rolls. It never stops. But here's what I'll tell you. And your dad will probably tell you the same thing. Is after you do it for so long, there is no turning back because you don't know anything else. All right. You do, and you have the opportunity to use that. But once you've done this for so long, there is no turning back because you're aged out of any employer that wants to bring somebody old on and try to teach that old dog new tricks. And if this truck doesn't figure out how to operate its life, we're all going to die. So I had to start all over. Once like I told you, quit driving, I had to start all over. And what does that look like for me? I've been out of driving for 5 years now. 5 years. And I still don't make the money that I was making while I was driving yet. And I'm almost 40. So it does make sense. And driving, you can definitely do that. a lot of lizards on the map. Yeah, and don't fall in love with them. Oh, that's funny. I like your dad already. And that's what I'll say too, I guess, is that a lot of military people will transition out of their military lives and into a trucker's life, so to speak. The different industry is what I'm getting at. Because they get to work alone. They make their own rules. They do their own thing. They are very independent. So independent that a normal job, a 9 to 5, isn't going to fly. It isn't going to cut it. And those people make great truck drivers because that's all it is. It's completely independent. It's very much on your own, very much, make your own rules, so to speak. I mean, you still need to make your deliveries on time. You still need to do all of those things. Okay, we are in Vernal. Bingo, we are coming up on our garage. Perfect. Hot as the devil's ass.
Go straight.
Yeah, there was a guy on here before, Redneck Ethan. He's up in Canada, and it's just funny because he was talking about it being hot. He was talking about it being hot, and I asked him, well, what's the temperature
Stay
up there?
left, and then turn left.
He did the conversion because it was like 23 degrees Celsius. He did the conversion. It's 73 degrees Fahrenheit.
Turn
And that's
left.
hot to him. And I mean, it's amazing for different people all over the world is, different temperatures mean different things to obviously a lot of people. Yeah, exactly. I thought that was beautiful outside. But that's not what it's like at his house. It's just not what it's like. But see, I also asked him, I was like, well, exactly. I asked him, well, what does it get there in the winter? And he said negative 13 degrees Fahrenheit. So which one of us are going to go live in that? Like, that's the whole thing. Okay, where's this garage? Bingo.
Finding new route.
Oh, just relax there, GPS. You don't have to find a new route. We know exactly what we're doing.
Make a U-turn.
Relax.
Rerouting.
Goodness gracious. All right. Yep, we will buy this. And I wonder if it's going to cancel this loadout. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to explain to him is we even have things called heat index here, or feels like. And because of the temperature and the humidity, you end up with something astronomical. So, Goose, help me out here. If I pull in this garage, can I swap trucks even though I have a load? Can I drop the load, swap trucks, then back up underneath it? I think the answer to that is no as well. I think we might be able to make it out of here. It's super tight at this place. Where can we stick this trailer? May have to just take it back around front. Hit that thing. Yeah, I agree. It's not like we're here for the money. I am here for the shops, though. So I think what we'll do is we'll back this trailer up right here next to this liquid tote. Get in there. That will We'll just back it or just drop it right here. Why not? Okay.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So that sucks. We are hauling that thing all the way to here. See, Jimmy, that's what I was trying to explain is that it still needs some updates. It's a great truck. It's just it's even more simple than this truck. And so, for example, you see these side lights, they're this is the only option. There's no option for lights here. There's no options for lights on the steps. The Peterbilt only has 3 different sets of pipes instead of 7 like this W9. It has like 1 or 2 shifters instead of 8 or 9 different shifter orientations. It doesn't have this many lights for the roof. It doesn't have air cleaner lights, more than maybe 2 or 3. It's a great truck. I love flat top Peterbilts. I was honestly a little bit disappointed when I downloaded it. It was the first one I bought and downloaded and then worked through it and was just like a little bit frustrated. But then I bought this and it's Night Fox. What's up, dude? Bought this and I've been really impressed with the amount of detail in this. And so I'm told from John is that the updates are coming. They're just not there yet for the Peterbilt. They're coming. They're just not there yet. Night Fox is alive. So we'll go ahead and grab our trailer. Yeah, that's for Vipers, right? And so if I was running 1.40, I could do it, but we're still on 1.41, so we can do convoy. So hopefully he'll get his mod fixed. When did the stream start? We are at 1 hour and 5 minutes, sir. And don't act like you didn't get the notification. I will ban you. He says that every time. When did the stream start? I didn't get the notification. And then he goes and looks at his phone. You have to use regular SCS trucks until the mods are allowed. Once the mods are allowed, then we'll be allowed to use mods, obviously. But until then, it's just whatever's available in game.
Drive safe.
Nah, you're good. I know. I wish we could mod in convoy as well. But we did what we came here for. We got our trailer, or sorry, we got our garage bought. Now we are going to get on down the road. I don't know how much longer we'll be able to keep going
Turn
here. Left. Oh, come on, truck. Oh, gosh. Where did you come from? I know.
Stay left, and then turn left.
Exactly. So I take it you ATS as well then, Jimmy?
Turn left.
Definitely have to get a, especially once they mod Convoy. Yeah, right on, right on. Especially once they mod Convoy, I think we'll have to have a meet and greet. Everybody grab their modded trucks and we'll grab some loads. That wheel shake though, I know, right? Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think that'd definitely be a lot of fun. Get everybody together, convoy some loads. I wonder how stable it would actually be though. When you think about it, if everybody's running different mods, I wonder how stable it will be. This dude right here, are you... Please tell me the side of that guy's trailer said Swift. Please tell me it said Swift. It was totally a Swift thing to do. JB Hunt, even better. Yeah, definitely. We're cooking. Exactly. I was actually just watching, I've been watching this guy's series. He's a little goofy. He's a little out there, a little nerdy. But I've been watching his series on Farm Sim, and truth be told, on 19, obviously, because 22 isn't out yet, but he's a little nerdy.
Turn right.
And I mean, these videos are like 2 years old. And man,
Turn right.
I'm kind of hooked on it,
Continue
but
straight.
from talking to Goose and talking to some other people and just kind of watching, it does seem like
Go
it could get a
straight.
little mundane, a little old, unless, come on, get it in gear, unless you're running like a server with multiple people. And if you're doing that where kind of people are working on different things at different times, I think it could be a lot of fun. But just waiting on the corn to grow, yeah. Waiting on the corn to grow seems like it would just get old after a while. I see the gameplay being really decent and engaging for a while. I mean, I have Farm Sim, I think it's 15. That's how long ago it's been since I played the game. It was 15. And it was fun until it wasn't. And I think it's just because it just got so redundant.
Go straight.
Double time it? What are you talking about? Oh, two people. Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, here's the other thing. You can only play when you can play, right? Everybody's got a schedule of some sort. Everybody does. And so, if you can run in a server where there's multiple people that are able to get on at their own specific times, and as long as everybody kind of has a general understanding of what's going on and what kind of the direction of the mission is, I think it'd be great.
Turn right.
I don't know about the... Are you talking about for Farm Sim? I'm assuming so. Because November is... Oh, Mods and Convoy, sorry. Goose, if you would, if you're at home, take a quick peek. I did see... I think it was on Facebook, somebody had mentioned that Ruta's W9 is going to be introduced into 1.41 very soon, but I didn't... The person that had posted that comment didn't add any dates, so I don't know if maybe it's on Ruta's website. I don't know if it's on STS's website. I don't know if it's a lie. But somebody kind of sounded like it was going to be the very first mod added to Convoy was Ruta's W900. So I want to say that it was some random person talking, may have even been in Pinga's mods, just on their Facebook page. That's why I'm saying go to Ruta's Facebook, because it wasn't Bart. Bart's trailers aren't getting added. I don't know that Bart's trailers will get added at all when you consider that technically SCS already has a cattle trailer. It's not any good, but they have one. I'd love for them to. It's not that I'm just this big giant proponent of John Ruta just because I own his trucks.
Go straight.
Just something that I read, but I think what it's going to come down to is who's playing the game. I mean, such as life and business of any kind is who's playing the game. Is Ruta playing the game more? Is Viper playing the game? And I don't mean literally like getting in game and playing. I mean like who's, you know what I mean? Who's greasing each other's pockets the most? Who's playing the game? Because that's what it'll come down to. A cool road. Really cool. Okay. I'll have to go back and find it. That's cool. There's tracks in the gravel right there. Well, all in all, this has been successful thus far, other than the JB Hunt guy who acted like we weren't on the same road as him, which granted I kind of drove in front of the Volvo guy, one block before that, so wouldn't necessarily call it karma as much as I would just say that people aren't looking as much as they probably should be. Okay. Holy cow, that was close. Roger. Take care, my man. Again, appreciate you following the stream. We'll look forward to seeing you next time. That's what I'm getting ready to have to do myself, actually. I like that. Some adulting. Getting ready to have to do that myself. So Goose and Night Fox, you both still around, or one or both of you gone? I'm sure Jeep's gone. Oh, there he is. Knows all about the adulting. So,
Get ready to turn left.
Just doesn't have responsibilities. I would agree. The only one that he has is just getting to work once. Okay, gotcha. So how close or far away from skis are you boys? Or is that gone up in flames? Jeep's having another kid, and Goose got a new golf club, so... Oh, there it is. Keep it in his pants. You hate to see it. Getting a ski. Was asking if that was still in the works. Considering Goose is going to have to tow his with a 528i. You're a Florida ski rider. No, you're not, bro. You have a jersey and a subscription to something. You're as much as a Florida ski rider as I'm as much as a Virginia Beach surfer. Or am I way off base? What is that movie, Shawshank Redemption? Or am I being obtuse? Right. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm about to pile it up into this truck next to us. It's a cool view. This is the Grand Canyon, I think. Should be rolling into it here pretty quick. We had our... No, we haven't. Probably ought to start turning headlights on. Colorado River. Yeah, this is the Grand Canyon. Should be going through a tunnel here in a minute, I think. Could be wrong. So where are we at with the ski, bro? What's little Joey up to today? So I was listening to last night. Uh-oh. I don't know what we're talking about. The race? The race wasn't good. Basically out of the playoffs at this point. Our night was completely ruined. Yeah. See, here's the thing. You know going into the playoffs that it's going to happen to someone, you just don't know who it is. That's the problem. You know, going into the playoffs, somebody's going to get screwed. Or several people. You just never know who it is until it happens. I was very much one of those drivers. Yeah, none of which my fault. Again, as Drew says, I just get caught up in somebody else's mess. None of them my fault. That's cool. What's that? Big old building. To look into this sound mod. It's either an update or it's the mod. Something's happening. I keep getting glitches in sound. I've not had the issue that I had in iRacing or ATS with the complete and total connection loss and loss of sound since I upgraded our internet. Because they did have an option to upgrade it without a contract, so I did that. And I have not had that issue since. However, in an ATS especially, every now and then in iRacing, but in ATS especially, I'm having that glitch of sound a lot. I just wonder if it's these mods or what. There's that tunnel. I'm almost in a have to win situation, but so is Vincent. So is Vincent. Vincent missed last night. He was out of town, and he's really good at Richmond, like really good. So I put the points in our Discord. Can't pull it up at the moment, but I think I am 18 points out of the cutoff line. And so the cutoff line is P8. My teammate last night won the race. One of them did. One of my teammates won the race. And so what that means is he's locked in no matter what. He's going to miss next week's race at Richmond. So he will drop to 8th because he's going to get no points for the race, but he will not fall out of 8th. So technically it's a race for P1 through 7. And being at least 12, or I think it's 18 points out of the cutoff line as of this moment. I don't know what that cutoff line will be. Well, technically I guess I do. We could just go look at the old boy's points because he will be P8. He's guaranteed to race into the next round. So whatever his points are, I have to beat that by at least 1. I don't think I can tie it because that's now 2 wins on the season for him. 1 on the season, 1 in the playoffs, and that will bump me below him because he has those wins. So I would need 1 more point than he has. So whatever Kyle's points are, I need that plus 1. So whatever position I'm in with my points, that's the points that I need. That ought to tell you where I need to finish. basically. Kind of talking through the process. I don't have Discord up, so I can't take a look at the moment. I'm going to try to see if I can't jam this entire load out. We'll run this thing till about 8:30, maybe 9 p.m. in game, and then we'll park it. We'll get some sleep, refire it in the daylight again. Really enjoying being able to see the scenery on these U.S. highways. Schaefer truck holding up the show. Drag racing up the mountain. Truck brake check means we're getting ready to go on the downhill. Because on the downhill, of course, there will be runoff areas. So there was the brake check area. Why is this guy just sitting there? So what does the Discord say, Goose? If you'd look real quick, please. It's like way over speed here. The points. What are Kyle's points? And then what are my points? Truck's 45. Really? Is it that bad? Oof. Oof. 48 points. No, we're done. Is it mathematically possible? The answer is yes. Probability, very low. That's rough.
Stay left.
You get 40 for the win, plus 10 points as a bonus for the win. I believe it's 10. 10? 5 points bonus for the win. I don't remember the rules. 40 for the win. Let's just say that it's 5 for 40 because your position. So 40 for first place. The win, let's just say you get an extra 5. There's 45. I think it's 10. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10. So there's 50. So 40 for P1 plus 10 for the win, that's 50. You get 1 additional point for leading a lap, so there's 51, because again, if you win, you obviously at least led 1 lap. And then stage points. If you finish first in the stage break, there's 5 points. So that's only 56. 40, 55, 56. And then lead the most laps is only worth 1. That's 57. I can't make it. I am mathematically out. I'm an idiot. It's 48. It's not 58. It's 48 difference right there. So yeah, you basically have to win. Win and I'm in. You just have to lead the most important lap, the last one. Where is a rest area? Went through Denver. We've gone all this way and not a single rest area on this interstate. So we're coming up to one. We'll take a nap here. There's not one at the way station. Hell, we're almost there. We'll just make it the rest. Just forget the whole shut it down. We're only 180 miles out. We'll just gas on it and get there. We can get this truck out of our way. 75 mile an hour zone. Looks like he's gassing on it. Yeah, it's tough, man. We were up to P6, I think. We were up to P5. Cedric had brand new tires, came around us, which pushed me back to P6. I think my team owner got around me as that pushed me to P7, something like that. Then Jesse started falling back, so that put us back up there. Wait, no, Jesse had new tires. He was going forward. I forgot who it was. Somebody was going backwards, and we were going to be right there in the cusp of getting bonus points until we got put in the wall. And once that happened, caution, of course, fixed the car, restarted P9, and we were on a really decent run. Somebody kind of got in our way, got shuffled back to P16. We were climbing back through the field, and then somebody punted somebody else, and of course we hit them, and it just a bad deal. So when you think about it, we had an opportunity, if we had finished top 10, to get at least 30 points. You finish 10th place, you get 30 points. And instead we finished 20th. So we got 19 points, I think. So that's the difference, because look, now we're 18 out of the cut line. We were sitting in P13 going into the playoffs. We needed a good night so that we could be about top 10, top 9. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. But it's all good. We will we'll race for the win. We'll do the best we can. And if we don't win, I think the next race is Dover. And so it's still about getting the win to keep somebody else from winning and advancing that's not your teammate, or it's about helping your teammate win. So especially like Dega's coming up. It's in the playoffs. If I don't find myself in the playoffs, that will be all about helping them to, push them to the lead and secure their spot into the next round. So that's where having a team, or being on a team rather, plays such a crucial role in league racing with playoffs. Is even when you're out, you still need to stick around because you've got a job to do. And while you may not be able to succeed, you need to help your teammates succeed. So that's what we'll do if we find ourselves in that situation, but obviously we're going to go for the win. There will be so many people driving with reckless abandon. It's tough mentally to go into this race and say, okay, what should we do? What's the game plan? Is it full head of steam, full blast? Is it? It's kind of considered a short track because it's smaller than an intermediate right at 1 mile. So is it go after it, get what you can get while you can get it? Or is it, let's lay back, let's let them wreck out. They're going to make moves that they shouldn't make out of desperation. Let's keep the car clean. Let's get through the stage. And then keep your fast repair so that whenever it comes crunch time and it's time to race for the win, you've got a car to compete. And if, something was to happen to you in the middle of the race, you've got a fast repair to fix the car. So that's the other option. That's the other option. We'll have to figure out which way we're going to play it as we get through the practice race, truth be told. We'll see what kind of setup we get. We'll see how the car acts. If it's a setup that I like, we'll see. If it's a setup I don't like, again, we'll see. We'll just have to see
right, and then exit right.
What everybody else does. Because again, if they're all super aggressive, do you want to lay up? Or do you want to go after it?
Turn right.
Oh, I'm off the road. I couldn't even see the daggum road. So dark. Only 30 miles to go. Wrap this load up. This is a long load. All the way from basically the Canadian border when you think about it. We were at the north edge of Idaho. And we're going to the... Okay. We, all the way to the eastern edge of Colorado. So got just a couple miles left here. We'll get this thing off and go do some adulting ourselves. Really do appreciate you all tuning in. Appreciate you enjoying the stream.
Go straight.
It's been a great weekend overall. Got another follower, so that's always a plus. We're on that road to 50, so if you're tuning into this after the fact and not seeing it live, you look down and you notice you're not following the channel, really would appreciate the follow. Doesn't cost you a bit, but it really does help us.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Came in hot. All right. Go up here, find our drop site, and we will call it good. That's why we're doing our wrap up now. I really do appreciate y'all tuning in, each and every one of you. Appreciate the follows,
This is
appreciate
where
the
it
support.
ends.
Make sure to follow us on Tram Jam TV on Facebook. And also, if you want to know the moment we go live, you can always grab the notification bell here. And I believe we're backwards. We don't care. We're going to end it because we got to go. So thank you very much for tuning in as always. Really appreciate it. Today is Sunday, so we will see you hopefully Tuesday night. Probably do some officials, some trucks. We did one earlier today at Phoenix, came through there real clean. And so we'll probably do more of the same on Tuesday. I'm assuming there will be a new track because I believe that happens on Monday evenings. It'll roll to a new week. So look forward to seeing you there. Take care.